Morning everyone, I thought I'd show you my morning routine with Paula's Choice. Now I've just cleansed my face in the sink. I'm going to show you what I used. I've been trying out this one. I've been trying out all her cleansers because my face does seem to dry out after I cleanse. So this one is the Hydrating Gel to Cream Cleanser. I've tried out the Age Rewind and I want to try out the Skin Restoring one next to see which is the best fit for me. But this is a great thing, is that you can get these travel sizes and try them and decide which is the best fit. So anyway, that's my first step. Now I'm going to do my second step, which is a toner, and I'll tell you about it after I've applied it to my face. Okay, this is the toner which I use. Now you can put this on with a cotton pad, but I actually quite like to put it on like an essence. So I just drop a few. It's like a milky lotion, and I just kind of put it on a bit like an aftershave. I just prefer doing that because it doesn't rub at the skin after you've cleansed. And it's got hyaluronic acid in it, so it just restores your skin back to that feel. A bit like my essence that I like. It just takes away that tightness after you've cleansed and gets it ready for the next step. Now the next step in her routine is the exfoliation, the daily exfoliation, which is this, and I love this product, the 5% Daily Smoothing Treatment AHA. Now I'm not going to use this morning because I have the 10% weekly treatment, which I used last night. And if you go overboard on the AHAs, your skin starts to dry out and it becomes a bit counterproductive. But I also have a travel size of the BHA, and I am going to use a little bit of that, and I'm going to show you how. I'm just going to get that now. Okay, so this is probably her most well-known product, and it's actually for oily and combination skin, which I do have combination skin. I used to anyway, and I'd have an oily T-zone and the rest of my face is dry. It's not really oily even down the middle anymore, but I do have open pores. You can see kind of my strawberry nose, as I call it, and a few around here. Now, I wouldn't have bought this, but because I got a travel size sort of free in a gift, what I've been doing just to close up those pores a bit is to just put a little bit of this on my nose and those little open pores around here each day, just to close up those pores around my nose, and it has actually been closing them up a bit. So I'll just put a little bit of that on. Okay, and that's plenty. So I'm now going to move on to the next stage. Okay, the next thing I do before the serum is apply a couple of boosters. Now, I love this vitamin C booster, which is very like the SkinCeuticals one because it's got ferulic acid in it, and it's a lot cheaper than the SkinCeuticals one. But it is very thin. It's like a liquid and it falls through your fingers. Now, what she says is you can mix any of her boosters with anything and it doesn't stop its effectiveness. So what I've been doing, because my skin, especially in the winter, is getting a bit dry, is I've also got this hyaluronic acid booster, which is more like a kind of gel consistency. I don't know if you can see that, but it's more like a gel. It's not as runny as the vitamin C. So I just take about 1.5 pumps of that, and then I mix my vitamin C in with my hyaluronic acid, and then I apply that because it just makes it easier to apply. And I mix two really good ingredients together. So then I mix that around and then just apply that all over my face and to my under eye and over eye area. I saw Dr. Sam Bunting applying vitamin C to her eyes, and it started me doing it, and I did see a big difference when I did that. And then the rest on my chin and décolleté. And that sinks in and dries down really, really quickly. Okay, the next step is serum. I love this serum. This is the Paula's Choice Super Antioxidant Concentrate Serum. Now, because I love this and I suspect I'm going to use it up pretty quickly, I've just ordered her retinol serum, which I thought I could perhaps use at night or interchange so that I don't run out. I think it's a similar consistency, but I'll let you know what I think of that. This feels a little bit, when you put it in your hands, if you haven't got very dry skin, you might not like this because it feels like honey. It's like putting honey in your hands. It feels quite thick and you think, oh, but I've got quite dry skin, and as soon as you apply it to your face, it melts on contact and it just leaves a beautiful, it's just got a beautiful slip to it that feels really nice and comforting if you've got dry skin. And it just seems to hold that moisture into your skin. So don't be too worried. If you've got very oily skin, you might want to save this for the evening time. And just, if you did want to try this, just try it at night time. But for me, it just helps my skin to hold moisture. And I put a tiny bit of this around my eyes as well, because it's got more vitamin C in it. I'll dot that round, and then the rest of it goes on my chin. And in fact, I've run out, so I'm going to put another pump because I want to get that onto my neck and décolleté as well, because I've been trying to do a bit more to this area and try to leave my pain patches off my chest area and put them on my arms recently, so I can start to treat my décolleté a bit more. And I've definitely felt a difference in my skin texture. It's not as crepey around my neck. So that's the serum. And now moving on to the moisturiser with SPF. No, not quite yet. I need to put some eye cream on. I love this eye cream. It is really, really good. If my eyes are very, very dry from watering, then I use this one. I've been trying this one, and this is really good. It's probably better for night if you haven't got really, really dry eyes, because it's very, very thick. This one is better, but it's got retinol in it. But it's only got a small amount because it's obviously an eye cream. And I just love the texture of this. Again, it's got a really nice slip to it. And you only need a little amount. In fact, that's probably too much. But never mind. And then I just dot it under my eye area. And I put a little bit over my lids as well. When I first started using this, I couldn't use it all the time. Which is why I got the other eye cream, because the other one doesn't have retinol in it. Because it was too much to use it all the time. But my eyes are getting used to it now. But that's why I've got this one, because this one is really good, but it doesn't have retinol. The other thing she does is an eye gel with a sort of metal nickel applicator. Fine, as long as you're not allergic to nickel, which you can put on in the morning. I haven't got that one yet, but that's the next thing on the list to try. Okay, and then this is my day cream, which is called a Skin Restoring Moisturiser, Broad Spectrum SPF 50 with antioxidants. And again, it's a really good SPF because it doesn't leave a white cast. And it's a really good moisturiser. So I make sure that I apply plenty of this, and also over my eyes, which is why I did my eye cream first. Do my head. And then I just dip a little bit and dot it again. around my eyes. I dot it until I've got a bit of slip, and I know that I can move my fingers and they're not going to drag the skin. As you can see, it doesn't give you a white cast. And again, I'm just going to add a tiny little bit more to my décolleté. Probably gets covered up a lot throughout the day, but that's my New Year's resolution, is to start work, because it's actually not bad, that skin on my chest, because I cover it up most of the time. But my décolleté and chest area, I want to protect and prevent rather than wait for it to get all crepey. But my neck is definitely less crepey than it was. And that is my Paula's Choice skincare routine for the morning. And I have to say, I'm really enjoying the fact that it's just one brand and I am not mixing it with all other things, and I'm just following a set routine. There really is something to be said for that. Okay, I'll see you all very soon. I just thought I'd end this video with the picture that I posted to Instagram the other day. Now, the one on the left you'll probably recognise was the before picture I took before I started the Sam Bunting regime in September. And the one on the right is a picture I took a couple of days ago in the morning after doing my Paula's Choice skincare. And what I'm particularly pleased about is the pigmentation on my forehead, because that was quite new. It's only kind of appeared in the last couple of years. And you can see that her skincare has really evened out that pigmentation on my forehead. And I just look so much more glowing. So I'm really happy. And just a couple more pictures just to say to you all, thank you so much for watching. And if you do have any questions, please do ask me. And my evening routine will be following shortly. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and see you very soon. Love you all. Mwah!